Warren Buffett, the man, the myth, the legend, one of the richest people on this planet that we call Earth, worth well over $100 billion. Billion with the B, capital B. I'm not talking M. Over $100 billion. That's what his net worth is. But yet he still lives in his home that he purchased back in the early 1900s or 1950s, something like that, worth about 30K back in the day when you can get a whole meal for like $3. He still lives in that same home, even though he's one of the richest men in the planet. No flashy cars, no luxury items, no billionaire lifestyle. He has all this, right? All this money, right? But yet he lives a very minimalistic lifestyle because he's been able to do things. He's been able to master something that your everyday person cannot, and that is detachment from money. Even though Warren Buffett is worth all this money, he is still detached from the money. And I'll stay tuned because I'm going to explain for those of you who think money will resolve all your anxiety, money will resolve all your problems, money will make you better mentally. I got some news for you, bro, because that's simply not the case. Money is a tool, right? It's a tool that we use in order to pay our bills, pay our expenses, and make life a little bit easier. But money is not the root all, be all. All right, let my life revolve around this. So I'm gonna touch on what Warren Buffett does, what his lifestyle or what his mindset is, and how that could apply to you, and then turn your everyday whatever salary into a lifestyle that you want to have, right? And that starts with your detachment from money. And I'm going to explain what that means exactly. So, Warren Buffett, for those of you who've ever opened a book or ever looked online, he accumulated his wealth essentially with Berkshire Hathaway, where he would purchase, it's a holding company where he'd purchase specific stocks like, I believe, Coke, a lot of the blue chip stocks, right? He'll buy and hold. That's essentially his strategy with investing. He's someone who invests money into companies. They'll buy their stock. He'll buy their stock. His company will buy their stock. They'll buy, hold, and just let it ride. That's his model. That's his investing style, right? He buys, holds, and lets it ride. Because if you look at the overall market trend, just overall, since market inception, since the stock market was incepted, overall it's gone up. Obviously, you have your fluctuations, but overall it's gone up. He's an investor. There's a difference between investing and trading, right? Investing is buying and holding, and trading is more so, if you've seen any of my videos in the past, you're trying to take advantage of price fluctuations. So this is how he accumulated his wealth. There's a famous quote by Warren Buffett, right? It goes, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. Most people, your everyday human being, right, that works their 9 to 5, they go in, they get a salary, they get paid on Fridays, they spend all that money on Fridays, and they live to that salary. You essentially live to the salary that you receive, and then you just go through the motions. You do the same thing every week, every day. You do the same thing. You live to how much you're getting paid. And that's, first of all, that's the first mistake, right? You're not investing in yourself long term, because I believe, this is my mindset at least, it could be very different for you, but this is something Warren Buffett touches on as well. Money shouldn't buy material things. Money isn't used to buy the things that essentially don't matter. The reason for money is to buy that freedom, buy that peace of mind. That's hence the quote I mentioned, you need to make money while you sleep. You need to be able to have the ability to make money while you're literally asleep at all times, because if you trade your time for money, you'll never be wealthy. Wealthy as in having money in your pockets. And wealthy, I also mean having the freedom to do whatever you want. That's when I think of wealthy. That's what I think of successful. Having the ability to do anything you want at any point in time without having to ask your boss, without having the need to put in PTO on the calendar without having to do this and that. Because say you want to go on a certain vacation, say you have a family event, someone's being born, things of that nature, you have to get permission from someone else. Wealthy, to me, is having the ability to do whatever you want whenever you want. That's what wealthy means to me. And that's what I want to use money for, in order to have that freedom to literally do whatever I want. I don't need to be the richest person on planet Earth. I don't need to be Warren Buffett wealthy, monetarily speaking. I need to have the ability to work for myself. I need to have the ability to have my money make more money. And Warren Buffett is a person who still eats McDonald's, still eats like these $5 meals from these diners. He doesn't live to his pockets, essentially, like most of your everyday human beings, most of your average civilians that walk this earth. He uses that money, back to what I previously said, to have the freedom to do the things that he wants to do. And that comes from just essentially just being detached from his net worth. He's not attaching his intrinsic value to how much money is in his pocket. If you're someone similar to me, right, and similar to my thinking, the goal was never to have all the money in the world so I can buy all the things on planet Earth, right? That was never the goal. The goal the goal is to be able to do what I want when I want, without having someone telling me when I can use the bathroom, when I could take a shit, when I could do this, that, and the third. That was always the goal for me. It was always having that financial freedom, always to have that stability. It was always to do the things that I wanted to when I wanted to do it. But how can you get there? How can, like, I'm still on this journey as well. I'm not like, I still don't have that freedom yet. Like, day trading is my route, my path to get there. That's why I enjoy it so much, because I'm able to hop on the screen whenever I want to hop on the screen. I'm able to do the things that I need to do in order to make the money that I need to make, in order to then get that freedom, then gain that freedom, right? I know for me, I can't go into work every day, like work for someone else's dream. I can't go in every day and just have someone just watching my every move. Like, I just that drives me crazy. But that's 90% of society. 90% of society is someone working for someone else, right? As opposed to the other way around. I feel like we should have our own thing, right? Our own thing that provides us that freedom. And I don't know if you have a passion. I mean, we all have passions, but my thing for you is to, whatever your passion is, right? Like, we all need to make money, like go into our jobs, I guess, to then, or let me reframe it by saying this. If you're in a 9 to 5 job and you hate your 9 to 5 and you want that freedom to do the things that you want to do, it starts by working on your passion outside of your 9 to 5. It works by, okay, I clock in from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, but from 5 o'clock to 10 p.m. at night, I'm working on my dream. I'm working on my side hustle. I'm working on my actual passion project. I'm working on the thing that I want to be my main thing, because I know clocking in, clocking out every single day for the man is not going to get me there. It'll get you stability, but you'll just be an average everyday person who gets 2 weeks of vacation every week or every year. You go on one vac, you might travel one place a year, right? Working for someone will never get you to that point in your life that you want to get to. That's my main message, right? Like, and you just need to be detached by your ego, detached from how much money that's in your pocket at this very moment, and just live a little bit under your means in order to get that financial freedom, in order to get to that point that you eventually want to get to. I'm assuming if you're watching something like this, something that we can never get back is how much time we're spending, how much time that we have, right? That's, at the end of the day, time is very limited. It's, no matter how, if you're on Warren Buffett's level or you're some bum on the street. Like, time is something you'll never get back, and that's something I like to emphasize in my videos a lot. Time is something you'll never get back, so you can't buy time, right? So why are you miserable at doing this job? Why are you miserable doing this career? Like, take a few, maybe whether it's 2 hours a day, 3 hours, or whatever, an hour a day. Focus on the thing that actually you enjoy, because our time here is very limited. So do that after work, before work, whatever you have to do on the weekends, right? Do that thing to get to that level, and then you can buy the freedom. Then you could have the freedom to do what you want. Because I believe that's what we all want at the end of the day. I mean, some people are more materialistic than others, but we all want that freedom. And we all want to be able to chill with our families. We all want to be able to do the things that we want to do. So if you took one thing from the video, is just work 110,000% at your passion, at your project, whether, like I said, before or after work, because that's going to get you that freedom, that money. You'll get that money, which is the tool in order to buy your freedom, in order to buy your time back, right? So stay tuned. More finance, more trading stuff on the way, and then also I'll loop in that spirituality stuff, because that's just something I like to talk about. But if you're into that stuff, stay tuned. More to come. Peace.